A few years ago, I didn't even know what freedom felt like. I wasn't even thinking about that. I was just so exhausted, struggling. I was unhappy. I was unhappy in my marriage. I was unhappy with my life. I was just tired of pretending I was okay all the time when deep down inside I wasn't. I was having panic attacks. I couldn't sleep, and I was just anxious all the time. When I think about my life at that time, and if I'm thinking about this word freedom, I know that freedom doesn't feel like being financially dependent. It doesn't feel like being in a relationship that was just draining, sucking the soul out of me. I was raising my kids and felt like I was just barely holding everything together and managing everyone else's feelings and emotions and logistics. And I was just miserable deep down inside, but it was hard to admit that because it made me feel like a failure, to be honest. It was just survival mode. I was in complete survival mode. I definitely had a clear breaking point, and that breaking point was when I realized that no matter what I did, no matter who I was, no matter what was happening, no matter what I was trying to change about myself, it didn't matter. My marriage was not going to be saved. It wasn't going to work. And once I made that realization, I switched gears in my head and I started planning and trying to figure out what I was going to do financially, what I was going to do about bills. And, I was suddenly a single mom, not making enough money, working at a job that was just it felt like killing me, and raising my kids and not showing up as the mom I wanted to. And so all of this was kind of my breaking point when I just realized that the marriage was not going to work, that there was all these bills and all this debt, and this is who I was now, and this is who my kids were, and how are we going to survive? That was this huge turning point for me. And, in hindsight, looking back, I'm so grateful that all of that happened, because if I had stayed where I was, I would still be just going through the motions, just surviving. And now finally, I feel like I'm actually living, and it's amazing. And I'm showing up as the mom that I want to be. So once I made that decision to stop surviving and start growing, I knew that I had to take care of the financial piece because I was drowning financially. It was horrible. I was doing everything I could just to keep a roof over my kids' head. And I knew something had to shift. I knew it had to start with me. And so I made a decision to start investing in myself and kind of prioritizing myself a little bit so I could start showing up as the mom I knew my kids needed. And this is when I discovered ways to make money online. I didn't think it was possible. I'd been watching all these people making money online. I didn't know what I was going to do, but I knew it was possible. And if other people could do it, I could do it. And I knew that, and I held on to that. And so I made an investment in myself. I spent money I didn't really have, but I knew I needed to make a shift. I knew I had to get on that path to possibility and start dreaming again and start visualizing where I want my life to go and how I want things to be for my kids and how I want them to feel. And that was a huge turning point, taking that chance on myself. And so now when I think about freedom, I'm like, what does that look like? And for me, that looks like, for one, it's the freedom to dream again and to be excited about life again, to remember that person I used to be and bring her back, but the new and improved version. Freedom looks like multiple streams of income and having a way to know that my kids and I are going to be okay, that I'm going to be able to provide for them. They're going to be able to go to college, like all of that. That is true freedom. That is just amazing. Learning how to have an online business that works with automation. So it's out there working for me. I'm not tied to that. I have to be at a job. I'm trading all my time for hours. That's all shifting and changing. And now I have a community where I can help other women, and that's so exciting for me. I can pour into other people. Like I've had people pour into me and help me get to this spot where I feel alive again. It's so amazing. And I get to show up as me, like fully me, unapologetically me. And that has been the biggest gift. Where I was a few years ago to where I am now, I feel like a completely different person, and it's changed so much for me. So that's my story. That's kind of what freedom looks like to me. So if you're watching this, if you're feeling stuck, if you don't know where to turn, reach out to me. I would love to invite you into my free community of women who are dreaming, wanting to start an online business, wanting to just be a part of a community of supportive women. And I want to help you create your life of freedom and what that looks like to you, because that's different for everyone. It's different for everyone. And so I want to help you. So put ready in the comments, or put freedom in the comments. Put freedom in the comments. Reach out to me. I can tell you about my free community. I can tell you about this guide that I use to get started in my online business. I just want to help other women come back home to themselves and have their heart crack open again and be themselves and learn and grow and create that life of freedom that they want. So put freedom in the comments. I got you. I love doing this. I love helping other people. Let's do this. 2025 is going to be freaking awesome. Let's go.